But one thing John Vandermeer and his family know how to do is pack the seats here at Vandermeer Speedway. The weekend stop in the NHRA Mello Drag Racing Series. It is the annual Mopar Mile High National. So much to see, so much to do. And Mike, so many checks you have to write for down payments.
Oh man, they got some nice cars
great
up
hardware.
there. Man.
It is a great time on the mountain. You gotta come see them here in Denver, Colorado. The Lucas Oil Ladder for Pro Stock. The #1 qualifier, Hector Arana Jr. for the 14th time in his career. As Matt Smith, Hector Arana, both Indy champs, both series champs.
Other side, Andrew Hines, our most recent winner in Norwalk. Andy Smith won in Epping, where she took out both of the Harleys. Andrew will be looking for some revenge.
And it kicks off with Matt Smith, back-to-back wins here on the mountain in 2007, 2008. Hector Sr. coming off of back-to-back runner-ups. His Buell, Lucas Oil Buell, starting to catch fire. Dead even off the starting line. Oh, but Matt Smith is tucked. He's smooth, but not smooth enough to take out Hector. Margin of victory, just 100th of a second. Look at those ETs. Very, very close.
This was just a good drag race. As you said, they're pretty close in reaction time off the starting line. Take a look at the finish line. The Lucas Oil photo finish cam tells you by just about a front wheel, Hector Arana advances.
That'll bring us now to Chaz Kennedy and Jimmy Underdahl. Chaz, of course, riding the Star Buell. Jimmy aboard the Suzuki. Dad Greg, former Pro Stock motorcycle racer, now tunes that machine. Oh, did you hear that? Chaz stumbled coming out of the gate. George scratches his head and watches Jimmy Underdahl go A to B, 7.27 seconds. Earlier, Jamie Howe caught up with Eddie Krawiec for a preview of things to come on two wheels.
Looking ahead to Sonoma, Eddie Krawiec has clinched the #1 spot for the Miramonte Records Pro Bike Showdown. Eddie, what kind of prestige comes with an event like that?
Well, you know, it says something to be able to go in there as the #1 qualifier. We got a lot of great motorcycles out here. I knew, you know, after the third qualifying session, I was in a bad position. I was all the way back to like #8 qualifier, and I had to tighten it up to at least 3 or better, or Hector Arana Jr. was going to take it away from me. But, you know, it's definitely exciting to put our Harley-Davidsons going into the 1 and 3 spot for the Miramonte Pro Bike Battle. But the most exciting thing for us is we're going out there and we're having the opportunity to race for $25,000 again. So once again, I mean, Miramonte Records, I have to thank them. They did an awesome job stepping up to the plate and helping up the Pro Stock motorcycle category, and we couldn't be any more excited. But we want to go out there now and focus on trying to get a paycheck, you know, at the end of the day at Sonoma.
It's going to be exciting to watch just next weekend.
25 grand to the winner. There's the ladder. The Aranas head-to-head. Catch all that action 7 p.m. on ESPN from Sonoma. Right now, Adam Arana, Steve Johnson.
I think Steve just realized it. He said, I got to push my bike down there, and Mark says, no, we changed that rule. You don't have to push the bike.
The shortest he's ever gone to get around win.
You gotta love Steve.
How about that one? Steve was having problems. Just went up, staged it. You never know what's going to happen. You see him look down. You see him look up. Oh, he went red.
Like,
I won! We call him the Clown Prince, and now you know why. Always entertaining, no matter what the circumstance. Click of the heels. Not once, but twice. Got 3 times. Well, I think he's going to skip all the way back to the pits now. It's Michael Ray and Mike Berry come to the starting line. Mike Berry from Colorado turns on the red light, handing this one easily over to Michael Ray. So George Bryce does get one of his 2 bikes through. It will be Michael Ray that moves into the next round to face either Sean Gann or Scotty Polacek. Well, I talked about it just a moment ago, the Sonoma Nationals. That is where the NHRA Mello Drag Racing Series heads next, with a qualifying show on Saturday at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Will feature that Miramonte Pro Bike Battle. And then the finals come your way Sunday at 9 p.m. on ESPN2. Do not miss it. Well, after 5 races as the #1 qualifier, Eddie Krawiec finally got knocked off. We did set both ends of the track record, though, in this category.
He is your #3 qualifier, but he's going up against John Hall. John Hall has had a very good motorcycle all season long, but like I said, up here on the mountain, it takes a little bit different animal to be able to run well, and they have not figured it out just yet. They're hoping they do right now because they're going to need it.
Ooh, Eddie almost looked like he stumbled out of the blocks a little bit. But he is going to pull away. 7:21.8, and that is Matt Hines, the guy that had the last stretch of races as long as him qualifying #1. Matt actually went 10 in a row from the #1 position back in 1999.
Next up, we have your #1 qualifier, Hector Arana Jr. going up against Charlie Sullivan. That's right, Katie Sullivan's dad. This is his first ever pro stock motorcycle start, and boy, does he have a tough competitor. Hector Arana Jr. has been running well. He's ran well up on the mountain in the past, but boy, this weekend he's been running stout. Choo-choo was late.
But lucky. 7.201. Best time slip of round 1 for the two-wheelers. Charlie was holding almost a 1/10 of a second on the reaction timer.
Just checked in with Jimmy Prock, John Force's crew chief. He says this is just a normal turnaround for these guys as they get ready for Matt Hagan in the second round. He said when they get to the line, they'll adjust the weight a little bit to compensate for the changing track conditions. His eyes right now are on the clouds. He says he was happy with that run in round 1. He's going to do it again in the second round.
There are those clouds starting to come over the edge of the hog back here. It's starting to cool off a little bit.
Take a look at the track temperature, 106 degrees, but I tell you, up here on the mountain, it's the elevation, checking out over 9,000 feet.
Wow. Matt's back to watch his wife, Angie Smith, take on Andrew Hines. She beat Andrew en route to her win, but with that red light start, Angie gives it up to Andrew, who goes 7:22.4. Andrew, who's got a spot clinched into the countdown.
No big changes for Ron Capps as they get ready for Cruz Pedregon in the second round. They're going back to their Q3 setup when they were on a great run yesterday afternoon. Also, they are keeping a very close eye on the clouds.
Final pair, Sean Gann, the defending event champion, set to take on Scotty Polacek. Scotty, who had to sweat out making that Miramonte Pro Bike battle, but he is in.
Well, Sean Gann is your defending champion, ran well up here last year. I put him in my power rankings because of that. And he came out on Friday, made 2 very good passes. Said, I'm going to sit out Saturday and just come out and see if I can win this thing again.
Sean taking his time, getting into the beams. Of course, when you say Sean Gann, you got to talk about the Batman leathers. You always know when Gann's at the line.
Oh, and he goes red.
Boy, we had a handful of them in that first round of racing. The 4th red light. Pro stock motorcycle giving the easy win to Scotty Polacek, who goes in 7.323 seconds.
Well, now let's take a look at our Lucas Oil ladder for second round of pro stock motorcycle. How about the Arana Senior and Junior will go up against Junior? Will have lane choice because he has a very good motorcycle. And then how about Michael Ray will pick his lane over Scotty Polacek? Andrew Hines been running well, but Jimmy Underdahl looks very good up here on the mountain. And then Eddie Krawiec will go up against a lucky Steve Johnson.